back 36-31 for a touchdown for Prescott, 3 touchdowns for Lamar Jackson, 6 minutes and 54 seconds left there in this third quarter. Bengals are not going to win 36-31 in Sunday Night Football. Special edition Black Friday football here on
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
We go with Prescott, man, who had an interesting week. Losing to the Packers in overtime and having a great game. New York teams have been on his ass throughout this whole week. The Giants and the Jets, and now here at Baltimore, the Ravens. So our final game Black Friday football. The running game defense game.
Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On the counter, Elliott. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
One first down. Folks, good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. That's going to be and incomplete. Boy, a real head scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. They go play action now. Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Aguilar in motion left. Now it's Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain. Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys are able to extend their lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott showing off the speed and elusiveness on the touchdown run. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays, here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown on the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He continues to just torch this defense. Perfect on the last drive, including his 4th touchdown pass of the game.
Similar to hitters that are in that great zone in baseball, and they say the ball looks bigger when it's approaching the plate and they're smacking it around. I think for him, the windows to throw into are wide open. Doesn't matter whether they're tight or not. He feels like it's wide open, puts it in there. 4 touchdown passes. He thinks he's going to throw a whole lot more before this one's over.
The quick feet by Jackson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Now it's Jackson. This complete to Henry over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing is Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. Jackson to Bateman there, first down Ravens. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. kick it away following the touchdown. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true. But last drive, that was the
Brandon Cook.
He's got room at the 30. Now he's loose again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 62 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Flush to his right. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. In the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They begin with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. Here's Jackson to throw. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought us from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Running left, it's Henry.
The all-pro Micah Parsons there on the tackle.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Henry again on 2nd down. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 43 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be second down. Jackson from the shotgun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Now a tip of the cap to the man under center, Charles. He just went over 400 yards passing in this ball game. He's got the touchdown passes to boot, taking pretty good care of the ball. Just all around a really solid performance.
Yeah, just check, and check, right? Because he certainly showed he was worthy of the trust that his team put in him. A handful of touchdowns to his credit thus far. Now he's just crossing off yardage milestones, and win or lose, his name has to be in serious discussion for player of the game.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
The tight end in motion right.
Oh, shit.
Jackson. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Andrews. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Tucker now for the extra point.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. 2nd and 10.
Prescott to throw it.
That is caught. He's to the 15.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb,
His second touchdown of the night.
and the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score.
All right, so the Cowboys will go for two here. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. In motion left, Flowers.
They go play action with Jackson. And the most curious clock, that was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. Well, Charles, I've heard of backing up to avoid the rush. I think this takes that to a whole new level.
And not upper level either.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Finding Tolbert here over the middle.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Prescott. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Well, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my...
Under pressure,
That's how you trash.
That is a big fella. Nnamdi Madubuike forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th.
Oh, it's so
And this is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 4.
Jackson now. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Micah Parsons, his 2nd sack of the night. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now back to throw. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to swell the lead to 6. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This has 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 6.
Now Prescott. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, it wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, Using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 23 yards, the final tally.
And with that pass, CD, he's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here with that belief in himself and for making it happen.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jake Ferguson.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys have taken a fourth-quarter lead. So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one. Aubrey now for the PAT.
And that will make this a 4-point game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Ravens offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. This is 1st and 10.
From the gun, Jackson.
Too many Warner Jackson. Jackson.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself.
Thanks, Kim. Black Friday football in this match. Final game, it might have been a 2-minute warning. We'll do one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Here's 1st and 10.
61-57. Take 2 down long.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back.
Here's 1st down.
They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Jackson. It's caught by Aguilar. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Jackson to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Plenty of time left, plus all 3 timeouts. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Here's 2nd down. Throwing, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get it down inside the 25.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Jackson.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Here's Jackson.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Now 1st and goal. Jackson.
And he's got it. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Here's Jackson. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now Jackson.
Is it?
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From his end zone comes Rico Dowdle. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Seconds left.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Prescott.
No timeouts. Get him to the Jets.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Seconds left.
Well, going to be tough to get 2 plays out of this. This could very well be it.
One last shot now for Prescott.
Prescott. Nobody open.
Being chased out left.
Nobody open. It's over. Cowboys, get the fuck out of my face, man. Ravens with the win. 64-61. Ravens with the win and the night.
They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah,
Black Friday.
that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out.
Nobody open. Not even for a field goal. That's crazy. Trying to go for a touchdown?
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and
Excellent.
women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right
One
here
Friday
on
night.
EA Sports.
Ravens with the win here tonight.
The Ravens are victorious here as we say
Losing on
so
Thanksgiving
long
night.
from
Had a game.
Baltimore.
What a game. This has been 7 touchdowns for Prescott, 7 touchdowns for Jackson. See y'all next time. Birthday bash, Broncos, Chiefs. That's it. That's it. Oh yeah, Ravens and Titans. Ravens and Titans probably on Saturday. Derrick Henry's return to Tennessee. It's gonna be crazy. I'm out of here. Thanks.